Elephants communicate using low-frequency calls that humans cannot hear. Those rumbles can travel up to about 10 kilometers, and through their feet, they can pick up vibrations from as far as 30 kilometers away. The Nile stretches about 6,650 kilometers and is one of the longest rivers in the world. Its drainage basin covers roughly 2.87 million square kilometers across northeast Africa. Tardigrades, the tiny water bears, can survive temperatures from 0.0075 Kelvin, almost absolute zero, all the way up to about 100 degrees Celsius. Few creatures on Earth come close. Hydrogen makes up more than 90% of all atoms in the universe and accounts for about 3/4 of its total mass. Almost everything you see in the night sky is mostly hydrogen. Diamond sits at 10 on the Mohs scale, the hardest of all minerals. Even synthetic diamonds need temperatures above 1,200 degrees Celsius to form. Modern haiku seijiki, the seasonal word almanacs, list more than 5,000 kigo, and new ones are still being added. Even Valentine's Day and air conditioners have made the cut. Released in 2001, Spirited Away by Studio Ghibli pulled in about 31.68 billion yen at the box office. It became one of the most successful Japanese films of all time. Soybean miso, like the famous Hacho miso, is mostly produced in just 3 prefectures: Aichi, Gifu, and Mai. Made from only soybeans and salt and aged for years, it has a deep flavor that defines Nagoya cuisine. Ostriches can sprint at about 70 kilometers per hour. Even more impressively, they can cruise at 60 kilometers per hour for more than an hour straight. In Japanese business etiquette, a casual bow is 15 degrees, a respectful bow is 30, and the deepest formal bow is 45. The exact angle signals exactly how polite you are trying to be. As of March 2025, Japan's Ministry of Agriculture had 357 officially registered tomato varieties. Each one is bred for a slightly different flavor or use. Laybird's chameleon spends about 9 months as an egg, and then only 4 to 5 months as an adult. That gives it one of the shortest adult lifespans of any 4-limbed animal on Earth. Everest's official height was revised in 2020 to 8,848.86 meters. The mountain is still being pushed up about 4 millimeters every year. Around the mid-1960s, Japan had about 22,000 public bathhouses. By 2018, that number had crashed to just 3,535. Bluefin tuna can reach a peak speed of about 80 kilometers per hour. Because they suffocate if they stop, they keep swimming even while they sleep. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood thanks to a copper-based pigment called hemocyanin. Their 8 arms together hold more than twice as many neurons as their brain, so each arm can almost think for itself. The core of the Sun reaches about 15 million degrees Celsius. That is roughly 2,700 times hotter than its 5,500-degree surface. The Sahara's lowest point is the Qattara Depression at 133 meters below sea level, while its highest peak is Mount Emikusi at 3,415 meters. The desert holds far more variety than most people picture. There are roughly 20 quadrillion ants alive on Earth right now. Their combined biomass, about 12 million tons of carbon, actually outweighs every wild bird and mammal put together. The standard escalator speed is about 30 meters per minute. In deep subway stations, they speed up to roughly 40 meters per minute to keep crowds moving. In classical Kyogen plays, the bark of a dog was written as bio, not the wan-wan we use today. Even animal sounds drift with the times. In old Europe, tomatoes were nicknamed the poison apple. The acidity of the fruit pulled lead out of the pewter plates of the era, which actually did poison some diners. The 13th NHK Kohaku Yuta Gassen, broadcast in 1962, hit a viewer rating of 80.4%. It is still one of the highest TV ratings ever recorded in Japan. Chiba Prefecture produces about 34% of all soy sauce in Japan, and Hyogo adds another 16%. Together, those two prefectures account for half of national output. In 2012, China's Great Wall was officially measured at 21,196 kilometers, far more than the previous estimate. That is roughly half the circumference of the Earth. Japan's deepest lake is Lake Tazawa in Akita Prefecture, reaching about 423 meters at its deepest point. Its blue water and sheer depth give it an almost otherworldly look. The kanji spelling for coffee, kahai, was coined by the Rengaku scholar Utagawa Yon. He used the wordplay to teach Western science alongside the new drink. A single lightning bolt can carry 100 million to 1 billion volts and tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of amps. That kind of energy is hard to even imagine. From the Honnōji incident to the Battle of Yamazaki, Aikshai Mitsuhide's so-called three-day reign actually lasted 11 days. The catchphrase made history, but the math is a bit off. In 2023, the world produced about 190 million tons of tomatoes, making it the most grown vegetable on the planet. From sauce to salad, it really is everywhere. The novelist Natsume Soseki invented creative kanji spellings, like writing the loanword Roman, meaning romance, with the characters for wave and fullness. His wordplay enriched modern Japanese. Conveyor belt sushi was invented in 1958 in Fuse, Osaka, by Yoshiaki Shiraishi. He got the idea from the conveyor belts he saw at a beer factory. Thanks for watching today's trivia. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and like. See you in the next video.